the St. Genevieve County Master Gardeners.
Yeah, they're all within
I'd like to welcome everybody to the weekend here, having our 8th annual Garden Walk plant sale. A little bit about the Master Gardeners. We're
so you may want to
program with the Missouri Extension. We're raising money, funds for beautification of plants in St. Genevieve County. I'd like to invite everyone out. We have 21 gardens this year. Several are new, several are come back. We have a unique one having a wedding, which we're all invited to. And I'd like everyone a beautiful day to come on out and enjoy this. And thank you.
I'm Joan Trout. I want to welcome you to my garden on the 2014 St. Genevieve Master Gardeners Garden Walk. We're here in my garden, which I call the fleur-de-lis garden, because I have a number of fleur-de-lis themes around the yard. And I got the idea of when I was visiting my daughter Eve, who lives in New Orleans. I saw a garden there that had a fleur-de-lis pattern in the yard, and I thought I would like to have that here in St. Genevieve because of the French connection that we also have here. So I have a number of fleur-de-lis designs, including a design that I've made with begonias and sedums that I've laid out in my garden, which I can show you, and the camera can follow around and take pictures. There are a lot of flowers in the garden. Some that are blooming right now are iris, some roses, a lot of some annuals are blooming, and we just have a large variety of plants in the garden, along with a small vegetable garden out here in the back, and then an herb garden which is right outside the kitchen door, which is a perfect place to put an herb garden. And I just think it's going to be a beautiful day, although it started out at 39 degrees this morning and we're going to get up to 65, and we hope we just have hundreds and hundreds of people for our walk today.
welcome you to my garden, which is number 22 on the Garden Walk, Spring Garden Walk this year. That's sponsored by the Master Gardeners. I am a Master Gardener and a part of the group that sponsors the plant sale and this Garden Walk. My garden, probably one of the main features at this time is the peonies. This variety is at peak bloom this weekend, and it's a beautiful color. I have some others like the Sarah Bernhardt's behind me that are just starting. I have a yellow one down the way that is nearly bloomed out. Another thing that's a new feature of my garden this year is the red accents that we have in the garden. I and my husband went to Michigan this past year and visited Dow Garden, and they had several like this, and it caught my attention, so I added them to my garden this year. It's a beautiful day. The flowers are beautiful. We invite you all to come out and join us. There's nothing like being outside on a day like today. Demonstrate some other uses for flowers, and also you can see this hosta normally only gets about half that size in the ground, but its roots are almost all in water, and look how huge it gets. The other thing that I have that you can't hardly see right now is that I have water lilies that are starting to come up. Part of the reason why they're a little slow is because of the cold weather, but also we did clean the pond this year, and as you can see, the grass behind me is very dark green. It's amazing what the fish emulsion from the bottom of the pond does to the ground here. So other than that, I found out that the Japanese iris also like their roots in water. The yellow one that's blooming right there now used to be in the ground and bloomed maybe once in the 5 or 6 years I had it. Once I put it in the water, it just loved that environment. And then the rest are common perennials. Most of my flowers here are perennials, which means that they come back hopefully every year. I have some that aren't quite so hardy that I have to replace every couple years. But for the most part, I do very little putting in of annuals. One, because they're expensive after a while. So I would love to have you join us. This is a peaceful spot. The waterfall trickles the water, and it will make you almost fall asleep sometimes.
Master Gardeners of St. Genevieve. This is probably our 24th or 25th year for sharing our garden with folks that come down to visit as tourism and the locals who come to St. Genevieve's downtown area. Been here 28 years, and I will say this year is probably the worst year ever for our garden. If you look at the well, you'll see that half of the ivy died, and you can't kill ivy, but Mother Nature did her best to do so. It's not one of those things that you have control over. The wisteria this year, this wisteria is 38 years old, and it always gets clusters, and this is the first year it didn't get any clusters, and up until 2 weeks ago, we thought, oh my God, it's killed our wisteria. They just were sticks, and all of a sudden it popped back out. So it's going to survive, as well as our bamboo. All the bamboo is dead on the top, but it's coming out from the bottom. We did lose some Korean boxwood out in the front yard, and we did lose a butterfly bush, but again, it's coming out from the bottom. And this is, I will say, the first year that we've been on the garden tour that we still had iris left, because they usually bloom early. This one right here is a Marie Antoinette, this big one, and it's one of the first bloom, and it's usually gone by this time. Gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Very, very, very nice. But we never have them for the garden tour because they come up so soon along with our tulips that folks don't get a chance to enjoy them. And the grass is doing all right. It's a little hard to come back this season, and the one thing we can't get rid of, and it comes back every year, is the poison ivy. And I think I've just about obliterated most of it that I can, but you know what? It'll pop up somewhere again.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm the director of the Bolduc House Museum, and we're just so pleased to announce that this year we've started an open market as a partnership with the Downtown Renewal Group here at St. Genevieve's 2nd and Market Street parking lot. So hopefully everybody will come out Saturdays and Sundays from 8 till 3. We've got all kinds of people here. We've got antique dealers, people who make handcrafted things, florists, produce, jams and jellies, baked goods. On Saturdays, the Bolduc House is selling French baguettes baked in our outdoor oven. So it's really a good time. I'd like everybody to know it's happening. So don't miss us. Come after church, come before church on Sunday, come whenever. Great thing.
Channel 7 and 98 TV and web broadcasting are made possible through contributions and donations from viewers like you. Thank you for your support.